Hopefully this life is going to be possible a little bit. I don't know why we keep going back and forth, but I promise to make it up to you by next week. But as much as I can, I want to live. I don't want to live without leaving something tangible on the floor on this life. I don't know. This phone is acting crazy. I've tried to set up YouTube live on the other phone, but it's slow kind of. But I'll make sure I set it up and have everything set up so that we can have a disturbance free or phone phone error free live next week. So I was talking about branding and creating offers in the previous video. I don't know, this thing is giving me a headache, honestly. As much as I want to really give out so much on this live, I don't know, this phone is acting out. And it's not the phone, so I've been busy since morning. You can see, I told you guys I'm just coming from a site, a real estate firm that I kind of serve as their ambassador. So I've been working for them. I've been acting as an ambassador. I've been working for them as their ambassador. So we had to go to the estate plot of land today. We wanted to, make some preparations against the launching date. So it took me so much time. This is the company's um the real estate firm here in Ilorin. So I had to rush down, just make sure we do this, and then this phone is acting out. Although I already used the phone to take a lot of videos, it's currently connected to power bank and all that. But then I don't know why it's just saying the temperature is hot, the temperature is hot. So notwithstanding, let's see what we can still put out. Let's see what we can still work with on this live. We still have, this is 3:14. We still have like the next 2 to 3 hours. Even if it goes up, I'll still come back online. Even if it goes up, I'll still come back online until it is 6 p.m. when I know that okay, that's the time I've put for it to go off. So I'm expecting others to join us. I think we only have 2 to 3 people here now. So I'm just going to start what we're discussing, creating an offer and how to create a brand that actually stands out. And I was talking about this lady that has a food like a carton, or if she her brand is like a cushion or like a caterer or something. She sells food, literally that's what she says, but she has a snooker. So now she's promoting an event like a snooker tournament, and she's promoting it in a very big way. She has even done branded shirts for the snooker tournament, and the winner is going home with 200,000. And she's coming out to promote the snooker tournament. Now it's not about the snooker tournament, it is about the community of people she's building. She's building a community of people that loves to play snookers. So most of the people that comes to eat at her restaurant will be people that loves to play snooker. You understand? And people that do not know about her before, that also loves to play snooker, we hear about her from that tournament, and they'll start coming there. So a message can be around people that also loves to play snooker on a business page. So as she's marketing her food, most of the people she will have in her community are people that loves to play snooker. So that is a cause. It doesn't have to always be that you give out to people or you share food like I'm doing. There are a lot of ways you can make your business about a cause. It can be, maybe, I don't know, there are a lot of things. You just have to think about this for yourself. You have to have a mission. Your business has to have a mission and a cause that it stands for you to be able to create an audit. Another example is a guy, like a white guy. I don't know where he's actually streaming from, but this guy, I think he goes to all those Indian countries. I don't know, but yeah, I see him. He goes to all these people that are homeless. He'll go to them, tap them, just like tap them, pick them up, give them a bath, and as he's giving them a bath, they will take the video. He'll barb their hair, buy them new clothes, new shoes, and take them to the restaurant to feed them. And at the end of the day, when everything is so emotional, like, wow, this transformation is so good, he will now say at the end of the video that they should buy this his karat gold. And if they buy this his karat gold, that he's going to like feed 10 more people from each karat gold that they buy from him. He's going to be feeding 10 people. That is on a mission to feed 1 million people by the end of 2026. Now that is a business or a brand that is on a course. You have to be on a course. You have to be on a mission to something. You don't always want to be all about what you are selling, your service, or that your business should be more than that for you to be able to drive eyes to your business. So since you this phone have decided to embarrass me on this live, I'll make sure I don't stop too. So the phone, it said temperature issues again, but we're back. I told you guys I'm still going to be coming back until it's 6 p.m. When it goes up, I'll still come back. When it goes up, I'll still come back. It's just that it makes us keep going back and forth. Maybe after this time, I'll just leave it and just just come back next week more fully prepared and with another phone, because I'm definitely going to get another phone after all this. I'm definitely going to get another phone after this, or make sure I set it up on the other phone. So this is an iPhone, and maybe that's why it's acting out. I don't know, saying temperature issues. So yeah, so when you've gotten your branding right, you speak to a certain kind of people. You know the kind of people you speak for. You know their pain points. You know the kind of they have, and then your product or your service. You want to work around building your product or your service to solve their problem, and you want to create an offer around it. That is how to create a perfect offer that is irresistible by anybody, especially your target audience. So when you've created your offer, when you now create your offer, you have gotten one part of business done. That is just like 25% of your business you've gotten it done. Now we get to this. That is where we come to this. But there's still a lot though. We're going to be breaking down the offer part, how to create the offer, how to make it irresistible, the kind of words to use, and all that. So next is advertising. And according to Sabri Subi is somebody that I really expect in digital marketing space. I don't know if anybody knows Sabri. Sabri is somebody that is highly respected in the digital marketing space. And he also mentioned advertising as the greatest investment. Like advertising is one of those things you invest 1 naira to get a client. Maybe for every client that click your ads, maybe they are taking 1 naira. You just pay 1 naira to get a client, and that client can make you hundreds of millions. That is the power of advertising. Now you see, there's even some ads you run, and you might not even spend up to 1 naira for a client, depending on the way you strategize your ads, the interest, the hobbies of the people you are actually targeting. So when you target some audience, you might not even spend up to a naira, and the returns of that half a naira or even 1 naira will be so high. For example, you can put 50,000 naira into advertisement and you can get tens of millions. That is the power that comes with advertising, especially when you know how to advertise very well. So I see a lot of cleaning business owners, not all of them invest in paid ads, and a lot of them will complain that, oh, their ads are not converting. It is because you want to target everybody. It is because when you are running ads, you say, anybody, everybody, as far as the person is in Ilorin. No, not everybody is in Ilorin or in Lagos or Abuja or wherever your business is situated. Not everybody in that state needs your service, or not everybody in that state should be your target audience. There have to be people that you target. In a lorry here, when I want to run my ads, I don't even put men and women. I put women most of the time. Although we still get men come to us through our ads, but I put women most of the time. I put an age range. I put the kind of interest those women have. I put the kind of professionalism those women have. I know, because I know my target audience so much. I know them so well, so I know how to target them. So by doing this, it makes my ad spend easier, as in smaller, compared to somebody that was okay, men and women alone, as far as they are entrepreneurs or whatever. You are not narrowing down your target. That is why your ads is not converting. Now this is an issue a lot of entrepreneurs have. You have to know how to narrow down your ads. You have to have a particular set of people that you speak to in your ads. That is what will make your ads convert. Then when you speak to those people, you will now know the kind of language to converse with those people. That is what you use in your advertising. And that's why they say advertising is the greatest skill that you can ever have. When you know how to craft all these things, okay, I'm speaking to mothers now. I know the kind of words that I'll say that will trigger them. I'm not the kind of offer that I would say now that women will say, hey, I must I must engage this girl service. You understand? I know the kind of words. I know the because I'm in their head. I know the psychology. In fact, I know them back to back. I know the real. I know what goes on in every woman's head. So I can craft a message to them. I know how to the kind of interest. So I don't know if you people get what I'm saying. So you need to have a target audience and know these people like the back of your hand. Right? What that is what it means to have a target audience and build a brand and build a community around this type of people that I'm talking about. That is how to build a community. That is how to build a brand. And that is how to get your advertising straight. And that is why in business, everything is interwoven. Everything is interwoven. You almost cannot teach this without teaching this, except that maybe you have to pick it one after the other. So creating an offer, when you want to create an offer, we have to talk about target audience. When you want to create an offer, we have to talk about branding. When you want to create an offer, we have to talk about advertising. When you will talk about advertising, we have to talk about leads. When we talk about leads, then we need to talk about sales. So this thing in the business world is so interwoven, and that is why a lot of people get it wrong. They feel like I can just be an expert in this and not be an expert in this. No, you have to take it one after the other. First of all, you want to master lead generation. And lead generation cannot be mastered if you do not have a target audience, you don't have the kind of leads that you are targeting, if you do not have a brand, if you do not have a target audience, if you don't have an offer, you cannot master lead generation. You cannot master lead generation. Then as a business person, when you've mastered lead generation, another thing you want to master is is your marketing. Another thing you want to master after your lead generation is your marketing. And marketing is an entire business game on its own. See, for those of you that really want to, those of you that want to grasp everything, like the book I've written is like the strategic moves of Alex Ozimo, all his book. This is the second volume. He has the third volume, which is $1 million models. You can get my book on seller. You can just go to the link in my bio. You should be able to get the book. So you can just get it. But for the purpose of just teaching people that do not have the budget, you want to make sure you attend my live, just like this one that I'm spilling now. Oh God, I'm not. People are not coming back. I don't know. I only have two people online. Well, there's still people that we can talk to, and this live can still be replayed. So, as I was saying, one thing leads to another in when it comes to business. First of all, you need to get your lead generation right. Lead generation does not just come alone, it comes with target audience, branding, and all that. Before you be able to get leads back to back, I see a lot of people come and book my consultation and they'll be like, oh, Kafi, I want to get at least 15 to 20 clients in a month. It's not that easy. It's not something I can just sit you down and coach you in an hour or 30 minutes. No, you need a resource to that. And that is why I created Booked and Busy. If you buy Booked and Busy, there's no way you finish that book in a day, because it's strategic steps that you need to take to get clients. You have to document, you have to be accountable. There's accountability in everything. All the things you have to keep record on is in that book. I gave you resources. I've created a lot of resources that are useful to planning business owners that you can use that book from. I also have free resources that you can get on my link tree, and these are things that you need to actually focus on. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So that is that for that. So after mastering your lead generation, another thing you want to master is your marketing. After marketing, you want to you want to become an expert at sales. I think sales harbors closing of clients and all that. So those are the three steps you actually want to master when it comes to being top notch. Now let's start from the ground, which is the offer that I was talking. I think we've broken down offer to some extent, even though the live is just going back and forth. But we've done some justice to live. Sorry, to offers already. So now I think we'll be going to lead generation for just this live. Oh. Next week we'll be looking at just offers. We'll be going in depth into offers, especially, and we're going to be using the $1 million offers by Alex Omozi. Now let's move ahead to the lead generation. Generating leads is not as easy as, or should I say, it is easy, but it's not as simple as a lot of people feel it to be. Like you just buy leads from people. It is not that easy. Now I got a question from a lady recently on YouTube where she was asking me if this corner is still something she can go into, and the answer I gave her, I still use this corner, I still subscribe to corner, but there are a lot of things attached to it. Depending on your niche and what you do, you want to okay, this is it. For this corner, it's not all the time that you get leads, and they have this subscription or you fund your wallet. I will always recommend that you just fund your wallet. When you fund your wallet, you'll be sent a house, maybe a 3 bedroom, 4 bedroom, depending on the number of houses they want to clean. They will deduct maybe 500, 600 from the amount you funded. But for subscription, when you're subscribing, as soon as it's a month, your subscription is expired. That is the difference between so that is the difference between funding wallet and subscription. Okay. So Johnson, Solomon, and Akindayomi, thank you for staying around though. I don't know what's wrong with this phone today. Although the weather is pretty hot, but I don't know what's wrong with this. I just been misbehaving. So literally that's pretty much it in summary for creating offers. Then we have for lead generation. Where were we at lead generation? Where were we? So sorry, I was answering this question on this corner. So there's funding of wallet and there's subscription. So you can either fund your wallet or you can subscribe. And I highly recommend funding your wallet. When you fund your wallet, you can exhaust it in 2 to 3 months. Now the trick to this corner is that you might not get in the first, second, third, fourth, sixth booking that your inquiry that you be getting, you might not get anybody to actually book you. But the trick to it is that one person that will book you on this corner, it will suffice to pay your this corner subscription for even 10 months or even 1 year. Okay, I remember the first time I did this corner subscription, sorry, funding of wallet. I did not get any reasonable clients. In fact, I feel like most of the clients that comes in through this corner, they are cheap clients, sort of. They are either always bargaining and all that. But also you have to bear in mind that people that come in through this corner are people that search cleaning service in a lorry or cleaning service wherever you are on Google search. So this corner has a way of immediately taking those leads. So it will ask them to fill a form. And when they fill a form, it is that response that you will get. Not just you, anybody that is registered on this corner will get that response. So if you have funded your wallet, you'll be able to go ahead and say you are interested or not, and you'll be able to send them a quote. That is that is what happens with this corner. So at the end of the day, you might just be struggling. All of you might be struggling for one particular lead. She understand. But at the end of the day, if you get the lead, okay, as far as I can remember, the first lead I got from this corner was a lady that came in from abroad. I think she wanted to do a post-construction cleaning for a mansion. The house has had swimming pools, I think two swimming pool, two boys quarters. It has the main building that has the gym. The cinema is very big building. Was kind of the very first big building that I ever had to handle. And it was a post-construction cleaning. And this lady paid somewhere around 450, 500. I can't remember. So you can imagine getting that kind of lead for funding your wallet at just 15,000 naira or 10,000 naira. So it's more or less like a gamble for this corner. And it's nothing for you to fund your wallet with just 10,000, 15,000. You are not wasting money. Like I said, it's more or less like a gamble, but I will highly recommend it because everything is gambling when it comes to advertising. Okay, so sorry, oh, it went off again saying high temperature. Okay, so like I was saying, everything that has to do with marketing is more or less like gambling. It's gambling. You will never be sure of how much it will bring back, but you just have to be optimistic. And that's one of the attributes of every business owner, every entrepreneur. You just have to invest in marketing. And when you've done your marketing right, you've gotten your message right, you've gotten your niche, your target audience, and your branding message right, you definitely have returns. And it's the same thing with this corner. You can always fund your wallet. I'd recommend you fund maybe 10K to 15K. It's nothing much. Fund your wallet with something at least. Welcome back, Johnson. Akindele, you're welcome. So it's nothing to fund your wallet. Fund your wallet with Viscona. I still do that. I always have my Viscona account funded because there will be time that you have juicy offers. Sometimes it's fumigation, sometimes it's cleaning, depending on the kind of cleaning. So that is pretty much it. For that 15,000 naira, you might be able to send up to like 20 quotes. And out of that 20 quotes, it might be that is just one job offer that you get. But that one job offer will pay your 15,000 naira in multiple foods. So that's pretty much everything. So for marketing is a generalized topic. It's not something we can just discuss within an hour or two, but we're definitely going to have episodes and episodes on like that. So for lead generation is I would liken lead generation to advertisement, but there are a lot of ways you can generate leads. You can generate leads from lead magnets. I think I discussed that in some of my YouTube videos. Creating a free resource like those cheat code that you people normally download from my link tree, or those like maybe templates that I usually put in my description. All those things are lead magnets. I use it to get your email, because whenever you are getting those things from my Mailchimp or whatever, you are dropping your email. So it's a lead magnet because you are interested in that thing, that free resource that I've created. You are interested in it. It means you are my target audience and you are my potential client. You understand? People that actually picks up my free resource will at the end of the day book me for some sort of consultation or even buy my ebooks or whatever. So that is what we call a lead magnet. And you can also do this for your cleaning business. If you go to my cleaning page, you see as soon as you get to the page, you see a pinned post. And the pinned post has a free book for mothers. It teaches mothers how to make some homemade remedies for pest controls, how to make home-based cleaning solutions, how to organize and tidy up your room. You know, there are different things in the book. I think I have the free ebook is somewhere around 200 pages or even more. So that is a free lead magnet. And as they're getting it, they are going to be filling a form. If they want to fill that form, they'll drop their name and maybe their contact or email. So you are accumulating maybe some sort of contact for your CRM. Depending on the kind of CRM that you use, you can use WhatsApp as your CRM, and you can use Mailchimp. You can use all these what do you call it? I use Mailchimp, but there are other resources that you can use. There's System.oi. There are a lot of them, but you can also use okay. So I'm back again. I'm so sorry about how this thing has been acting out. So I'm going to call off the live officially when it's 4 p.m. I'm just going to call it off. So we're going to prepare against next week. So to wrap up what I was saying, I've even forgotten where I stopped here. But to wrap up what we're saying about lead generation, there are different ways to achieve leads. But getting leads doesn't automatically equal sales. Leads are people that actually just saying, "Oh, I'm interested in your content." You can somebody being interested in your content is a lead. So lead are people that just maybe spend their time to watch your ad, or people that clicked on your ad link. It doesn't always mean these people will eventually book your service or buy your product. I hope you get me. So that is what leads are. And there are a lot of ways you can actually target it. So when you have tracked your leads for maybe a month or a week, you will now know which of the paths bring in more leads, and at the end of the day, which of the paths converts into sales. Sure, you understand. For example, let's say maybe from sharing flyers, for every 100 flyers that you share, maybe you have 10 inquiries, and then at the end of the day, maybe you have 2 sales. That is tracking. So I have an SOP tracker that I've created free of charge. It's also in the link in my bio. I'm going to be linking it to this live video, so you can download the SOP tracker. You can be using it every day. The number of code messages. So the number of people that you code message every day, you put it down. The number of people, the number of people that responded to that message, the number of people that said, "Oh, they are going to get back to you." You have to be tracking all those things down, so that at the end of the day, you will know which of the channels bring in more leads and which of them converts better. That is how to track your leads generation. At the end of the day, you know which marketing strategy works best for your business, whether it is flyers, whether it is ads, whether it is street boards, depending on the kind of marketing strategies that you use for your business. So you'll be able to know which one actually converts or which one brings in more leads. So that's this right. There are a lot of ways to actually get leads, ranging from the gorilla type, the inbound and the outbound, and even paid and unpaid methods. So we're going to be discussing that next week, alongside the creating offers, how to create offers. I have a lot of videos already. For those of you that I'm seeing your comment, target audience, there are already a lot of videos on how to create your own target audience, how to have a niche. And I created a video yesterday. I uploaded a video on how to brand. So aside from you being a business owner, your business, there are a lot of people that are already running the kind of business that you're running. As a clinic business owner, there are a lot of clinic business in Ilorin, in Nigeria as a whole. So what makes your business stand out is the cause or your mission, the mission that your business is handling. Like, take for myself for example, I told you in that video, you have to be fighting for a cause. Like, the smart girl clean someone got fed is more than just a clean business. When people talk about smart girl cleaning service, they will say, oh, that cleaning brand that gives to mothers in Ilorin, or that cleaning brand that used to share food. That is branding. That is what separates you from every other cleaning business owner. And it doesn't just have to be you giving out. There are a lot of things that you can do. I made an instance of the lady that I saw that was doing this snooker tournament. She's a food brand. She cooks for people, but she's creating a snooker tournament. So she's building a community of people that loves to play snookers. So that is branding. When people talk about her, they'll say, oh, that food brand that used to promote brand, or that they used to play snooker in her shop or something like that. She's also the community of people that loves to play snookers. So is okay. Okay, how do you choose? Okay, sorry, I can't. The phone, no, I told you people that I don't know what's wrong with my phone. It's saying the temperature is high, that it needs to cool off. That's why it keeps going off. So to answer your question before it goes off again, I'm going to be closing the live by 4 p.m. Sorry, I told you guys I'm outside. I even had to just start this live right away because I promised. So for you to choose your cause and mission, your cause and mission has to be related to you, what you love to do. Let's say you started a business and you love to help women. My own cause and mission was literally based on the fact that I love to help women. I love to see women succeed. I love to see women win. That was the that was the reason behind my own mission and cause. So for that lady, it might be because she loves to play snooker as a lady. So you have to think of something that blends with your story, something that you can portray in your story. I will refer all of you to my business page. I have the video. I mean, I have the video pinned. You're welcome, Johnson. So I have the video pinned on all of my business pages. You can watch the video. It's the way you now link the branding message to your story that it makes so much sense. So the lady that I said was that cooks, that she has this catering store and that does snooker. Maybe she loves to play snooker. So there's a way to now link with her own personal brand. I hope you guys understand me. So that's how to choose your own cause and mission. You don't have to copy anybody, and that's why a lot of people have problem with branding. You feel like, oh, since I told you that this is what I do, this is what this person does, you feel like you have to copy. You don't have to copy. You have to make your own branding message uniquely yours, something that aligns with your own life goals, your story and all. I think I mentioned the instance of this white guy that I see. He sells gold. So he'll just go to all these beggars or whatever, shave their hair, bath them, and then change their clothes, give them new clothes, new shoes, and then take them to the restaurant. And then he will tell people that for every gold that they buy from him, is going to feed 10 people. And he has a target of feeding 10 million people. Is it 1 million people by the end of 2026 or something like that? That is branding. That is triggering people's emotion to buy your product and service. So you just have to look inward and see which course you want to go by. So I think at this point I'm going to stop the live once it is 4 p.m. and I'm going to be answering some other questions because this phone is not even making the live interesting today. It's not making it interesting. I don't know why. Okay, Grace, you're welcome. Yes, go to the description, my YouTube, the description, my bio. You see the links there. You click on the link tree. You see the link to buy the booked and busy ebook, any of my ebook, all of my resources, my free resources. You are going to be seeing it on the link tree. You see it on the link tree, so you can get them from there. So if there's any other questions, if there's no question, I'll be ending the live now, and I'll see you guys in my other videos and